It was past midnight. Mr. Sleeperson Koala was on his way home from work. The streets were empty and quiet. He was falling asleep. He tried really hard to keep his eyes open, when suddenly the car stopped for no reason. And Mr. Sleeperson didn't wake up, as if it was the hibernation season.
What is that?
Mr. Sleeperson fell asleep on his driving wheel. The horn was too noisy for Mr. Fox to bear. He tried to block the sound out, but it was no use. He pulled his cap over his head, put earmuffs, but it was all in vain. He couldn't bear that horrible sound any longer.
What a horrible sound! Who could it be this late at night? Oh no! Mr. Sleeperson! It's you again! What brought him here this time of night? And he slept on the driving wheel. Excuse me. Mr. Sleeperson! Hello? Hello? Oh, that's enough!
What? Where? What time is it?
It's 2 in the morning. And you fell asleep on your driving wheel in front of my house.
Oh, Mr. Fox. Hello. Oh my, it's 2 a.m.
Oh, you noticed?
So how can I help you, Mr. Fox?
Help me? Help me? You're the one in front of my house.
What am I doing here?
I don't know. You tell me. I was fast asleep when I woke up to that horrible sound of your noisy horn.
Oops. Sorry. I must have fallen asleep while I was driving again. My bad.
Never mind that. Could you please drive all the way to your own house without falling asleep or bumping your head against the horn?
Oh, sure, Mr. Fox. Have a good night.
Good night.
But as Mr. Sleeperson tried to start the car, it wouldn't start.
Huh? Oh, man!
Oh, Mr. Fox, wait! Help!
Now what?
The car won't start.
Is that so?
Can you check it for me, please?
Of course!
Mr. Fox walked back to the car and started to check it out. Everything seemed fine. However, when he lowered the hood cover, he found Mr. Sleeperson sleeping in the back seat. He couldn't control his anger. He banged the hood cover. But Mr. Koala was still asleep. Mr. Fox decided to hop into the front seat and try to start the car himself.
Huh? Mr. Sleeperson! Your car is out of fuel!
Who? Where?
Your car is out of fuel!
No way!
Oh,
What will we do now?
You have to fill the tank.
Okay.
Mr. Sleeperson!
What?
Wake up! I'll fill your tank for you. I have some fuel in my house.
Oh, that would be great.
Mr. Sleeperson, it's all done. You can go home now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, not again.
One cold morning, while everyone was shivering in their houses, Mr. Fox woke up and went to watch his favorite team play.
Ah, he's going to win. I wonder who could it be so early? Wait a second, I'll be right there. Good morning, Woody. How are you? It's been a long time since we last met.
Oh, Mr. Fox, it has been a while.
Tell me, have you finished building Nate's ship?
Yes, Mr. Fox, I used teak and bamboo. Nate liked it a lot. He took it out on a trip. He and his friends had so much fun.
Great.
Mr. Fox, I noticed how beautiful your flowers look. You take really good care of them.
Of course. And you know what? I'll tell you everything I know about flowers.
Really? Thank you, Mr. Fox.
Come in and have a seat while we talk.
Okay.
Woody followed Mr. Fox inside. Feeling a little cold, he waited patiently while Mr. Fox prepared 2 nice bowls of hot soup for them both.
Here you go.
Thank you. It's delicious.
Glad you liked it. Now tell me, what's bothering you, Woody?
How did you know that something was bothering me?
I know you all too well, my friend.
Okay. You know, it's really nice and warm here.
Yes, warm weather helps me think and relax.
Well, Mr. Fox, I'm sure you know that I've been a carpenter for a long time now.
Of course.
And during the winter, my business blooms. And my customers increase because I sell them the wood they use for their fireplace.
Very good. But where's the problem?
The problem is, they're not all the same. So each customer needs the wood to be suitable in size for his fireplace.
That's true.
And as you know, I work alone. So I take so much time and effort to cut and adjust the wood to suit each and every customer in this jungle.
Sounds like a serious problem. He looks really worried. Okay, Woody, why don't you come with me to my workshop? It's round the back. There, we can think together and I can invent something to help you solve your problem.
I really hope so, Mr. Fox.
Don't worry, we will.
I know. And you taught me that there's a solution to every problem. And Mr. Fox solves every problem.
Ha ha ha! That's right, Woody. I will invent a gigantic wood-cutting machine that has the ability to choose and control the size and shape of your wood depending on what you need.
What? Really? Aw, you're the best, Mr. Fox.
I'm just going to need some time to build the machine.
You got it, Mr. Fox. I'll go get a few things done and I'll come back.
Okay, I'll see you then, Woody.
Mr. Fox started designing his cutting-edge invention. He knew that is exactly what Woody needed to help him with his carpenting business. And because he was making this device for Woody, he thought he'd add a bit of color to make it all even more special.
Finally, this is it! Mr. Fox's size-adjusting wood-cutting machine.
After finishing the device, Mr. Fox sat to listen to his favorite music, waiting for Woody, who came knocking on the door.
Hello, Woody! You're right on time!
Have you finished building the new machine for me, Mr. Fox?
Of course I have. It's in my workshop. Let's go see it.
Fantastic! I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Fox. I'm really grateful for what you've done.
Don't thank me. I only did what I had to do.
I'd better be off now to cut more and more wood. Have a wonderful evening, Mr. Fox, and thank you again.
Good night, Woody. See you soon.
One nice spring night, Mr. Fox was sitting in his balcony, relaxing and drinking his favorite juice, when suddenly the phone rang. He wondered who would be calling him this time of night.
Hello? Who is it?
Mr. Fox, it's Rorik.
Your Majesty. How may I help you?
Well, Mr. Fox, I'd like you to come to my house early in the morning to discuss something urgent.
Of course. I'll be there.
After he hung up the phone, Mr. Fox went to sleep. He was supposed to wake up early. He wouldn't want to miss his appointment with the king. Early next morning, Mr. Fox woke up and went to wash his face. After that, he got dressed and was all ready for his appointment with the king. He got into his car and drove off.
Hello, Mr. Fox. One moment, please. Your Majesty, Mr. Fox has just arrived. May he come in?
Of course. Let him in.
Come in, Mr. Fox. His Majesty is waiting for you.
Good morning, Your Majesty. Hope I'm not late.
No. You're always on time. How are you, Mr. Fox?
I'm fine. And how's our little Frisky?
He's fine. A little mischief every now and then. You can never get him to stay in one place. But thanks to your bracelet, we can always find him. Saved us a lot of trouble.
It's my pleasure. So tell me about this urgent matter.
As you know, our jungle's population has been increasing lately.
Indeed. Our population has increased.
Yes, but it's getting harder to summon them all to the meeting every time. That's why I called you, Mr. Fox. I need you to figure out a way for me to reach all the animals at the same time.
Let me see. I need to think this through.
That's okay, Mr. Fox. But please, don't take too much time.
Don't you worry, Your Majesty. I will find a solution by tomorrow.
As Mr. Fox got into his car to get back home, he thought all the while about the king's request. How could he help the king with his problem? With everything else Mr. Fox has faced, this might be a slightly bigger challenge for him.
This is more challenging than I thought. Maybe a short break will help.
Mr. Fox went back to his house and sat on his sofa. Since he can't think anymore about the king's request, he thought it would be great just to relax and watch his favorite TV show. Everything was peaceful and quiet, but then suddenly,
I got it!
Mr. Fox rushed back to his workshop. He quickly designed a new device. He carried the new device to his car, and off he went to King Rorik's place.
Mr. Fox, I thought you were coming tomorrow. Did you solve my problem?
Yes, Your Majesty. This is a solution to your problem.
That's great! But what's that, Mr. Fox?
This is a megaphone. I made it specially for you. Every time you need to meet the animals, all you have to do is roar into it.
Mr. Fox, you're a genius!
But be careful. It's powerful. So make sure that no one is around you when you use it.
Of course! I can't thank you enough, Mr. Fox. You're a great asset to all of us.
It's my pleasure, Your Majesty.
Goodbye, Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox got into his car and waved goodbye to the king. He was feeling happy and pleased. The problem was now solved, and he was able to help out a friend once more. Spike the Dragon always bragged about how good he was at photography. And all he wanted was just one little chance to prove to everyone how talented he was. It didn't take long before someone actually recommended him to be the official photographer of King Rorik the Lion's birthday party.
All done and send.
Wow! That's a nice picture! Now we know who'll be our photographer.
And immediately, Mr. Tiger sent a message to Spike.
Oh! Finally, someone recommended me. I won't let them down. I promise.
And so, Spike started to train and practice some more. His pictures were beautiful, and he felt so happy. Everything went well until the morning of the party.
Oh, today's the day. Finally! Maybe I should train some more. Huh? Oh no! What have I done?
While Spike was testing his camera, he pressed on something that changed his camera settings. Now all his pictures turned to white. Spike tried to change it back. He cleaned his lens and checked his filters, but all was in vain.
What will I do? Oh, what will I do? I must go to Mr. Fox at once.
Feeling so worried and sad, and with no clue what to do, Spike held his camera and flew off to Mr. Fox.
Who could it be this early? Oh, Spike, it's you.
Help me, Mr. Fox. My camera. Help! All white, broken. Help!
Calm down. Please, come in.
Spike followed Mr. Fox inside. He sat down and started to speak slowly.
You know today's the king's birthday party.
Yes, and you've been hired as the official photographer. Congratulations, Spike.
Oh, Mr. Fox, it would soon be condolences.
What? Why?
My camera. It's broken.
Broken?
Yes, I woke up early today and tried to check it. But I found that every picture I take becomes white.
Have you checked the lens?
Yes, and I re-cleaned them to be sure. But it's no use.
And the filter?
Everything.
The lens and the filter. Can I take a look at it?
Mr. Fox held the camera and started to check the settings.
Where could I buy another one now? Do you have a professional or digital one?
I don't think you'll need it, Spike.
I'll go straight to prison, right?
No, it wouldn't be fair to send the most talented photographer to prison.
They'll all laugh at me.
Are you sure about that?
Mr. Fox took a picture with the camera and showed it to Spike, who couldn't believe his eyes.
Wow, it's back. What was wrong with it?
Looks like you accidentally increased the gamma.
Oh, I forgot to check that. Thank you, Mr. Fox. I'll go now. See you at the party.
That would be awesome.
With that, Spike walked out of Mr. Fox's place. He went back home with a smile on his face. Beatrice was a little energetic bee. She wakes up early, eats her breakfast, and checks on her honey. Then, she goes out to collect some nectar.
That smells great. I'll take some from here. Wow, that looks fresh. Here's my favorite type.
And so, she went collecting all the nectar she needed, and when she was all done, she went back home. But as Beatrice came closer and closer, she could see that someone had been to the hive.
Oh no! My honey! It's all gone! Who could have done this?
Beatrice looked right and left, but no one was there. Sadly weeping with grief, she went to the place where she might find relief.
Oh, Beatrice, how have you been?
Mr. Fox!
Beatrice, what happened?
Someone stole my honey and destroyed my hive!
Who would do such a horrible thing?
I have no idea! I was out collecting nectar, and when I came back, I found...
Calm down now, calm down.
I don't know what I should do.
Mr. Fox felt sorry for Beatrice. He kept thinking of a way to prevent this from happening again.
Aha! I got it!
You know who did this?
No, but I can prevent this from happening again.
Really?
Really? Come with me.
At once, Mr. Fox ran to his workshop. He grabbed some steel, some wooden plates, and his toolbox. He then hopped into his car with Beatrice by his side and drove away.
Oh,
See? I told you. It's a complete disaster.
you were right. But don't worry, everything will be okay now.
Mr. Fox started to work. He got the wooden plates and built a box out of them, which he put on the tree branch. Then, he surrounded the box with steel. He made sure the nails went in properly and made a door for little Beatrice.
Now, all done.
Wow, it's amazing. Thank you, Mr. Fox.
There, take this too.
And what's this?
This is the key to your hive, so no one would enter without your permission.
Really? Oh, I can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about it, Beatrice.
Here, Mr. Fox, this is for you.
What's this?
It's one of my delicious honey jars. It's the best kind I've got.
Oh, you didn't have to. Well, thank you, Beatrice.
And as Mr. Fox drove away, he thought that this was the perfect end to the day.
What a beautiful morning. Mr. Falcon should have been here by now. He was supposed to get me some sugar candies from the other side of the river. I can't cross that river on my own. I can't swim. I'd better go to Mr. Fox. He'll tell me what to do.
And since Mr. Fox helped many more, she went to him and knocked on his door.
Who's there?
Over here, Mr. Fox.
Oh, little Auntie Lou. Welcome. Please come in.
Thank you, Mr. Fox.
What can I do for you?
Mr. Fox, my problem might seem small, and I know how busy you are, but
Don't worry, Auntie Lou. Whatever it is, we'll find a solution. Tell me, what's bothering you?
sugar candies.
Sugar candies? But you love them.
Yes, Mr. Fox, I do. That's the problem. The only place I can find them is by the other end of the river side, and I don't know how to swim.
Well, how did you get them before?
I had some friends who would cross the river and bring me some candies with them. But I can't wait for them to go every time. I want to be able to get them myself.
I see. So you want a way to cross that river by yourself.
Yes.
Do you want to learn how to swim?
Impossible. I'm so afraid of the water. It's my worst nightmare. Isn't there any other way, Mr. Fox?
Sure there is. Let me think.
Mr. Fox thought quickly and without delay, for there was already another way. He'll build a bridge for Auntie Lou, so she could cross whenever she wanted to.
Little Auntie Lou, how wide is that river?
Very wide, Mr. Fox.
It won't be easy, but let's go.
Into the workshop ran Mr. Fox. He grabbed some wood and his toolbox. He put them in his Jeep and hopped inside. Then he and Auntie Lou went for a ride.
Little Auntie Lou, that's not a very wide river.
But it is to me, Mr. Fox. You're only saying that because you're too big.
Maybe you're right. Little Auntie Lou, let's get started. Finally, the bridge is complete.
Mr. Fox, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you so much. I'd better be on my way to collect the sugar candies. I've always dreamed of this.
Enjoy the candy, little Auntie Lou.
After giving his friend a happy end to the day, Mr. Fox took his car and carefully drove away. It was a very fine day. In the beautiful month of May, Mr. Fox decided to go for a walk. So, without further delay, he was on his way. While Mr. Fox was walking, enjoying the sun and the trees, he heard a quarrel at a distance and someone saying,
Stop! Please! What? Can't a monkey enjoy a spring nap in peace? Nap somewhere else. I don't care. Excuse me? You splash somewhere else. You've got the whole ocean. That's more than enough room.
What's going on here?
I like it here, and I'm going to stay. You stink!
Bingo?
Bite me.
Bubbles?
I gobble you up, but I prefer a healthy diet.
What's the matter with you two?
I'm calm and happy. I'm just simply awesome. Mr. Fox, can you believe her?
Honestly, I don't believe the fact that you two are fighting in this lovely weather.
You tell him, Mr. Fox. Such a gloomy monkey. All I want to do is take a nap. Such a gloomy monkey, such a gloomy monkey.
Bubbles, stop that. What's your problem, Bingo?
What can I say, Mr. Fox? I just wanted to nap on my hammock. But Bubbles kept splashing water all over me. And it's so irritating. As if it wasn't on purpose, Mr. Fox. I just wanted to enjoy spring my way. Can't I enjoy the weather however I please?
Of course you can.
But Mr. Fox!
And you too should enjoy your spring nap as well, Bingo.
Finally! That's right. Go enjoy your spring sleepiness some other place. Say what now?
You know what? I've got the perfect solution to your problem.
Really?
Yes, and it's very simple.
What is it, Mr. Fox?
Wait here for a second. Don't splash water for a short while, okay?
Fine.
The hammock was very close to the lake. That's why Bingo got water all over him every time Bubbles splashed. But Mr. Fox wasn't gonna let them fight. He had the perfect solution for both their plights.
What are you doing, Mr. Fox?
Wait and see for yourself. Let's see. First, we'll untie the hammock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we'll go a few more steps up and tie the hammock again. Here's good. There you go. Try it now, Bingo.
Very comfortable, Mr. Fox. I love it. And the air up here makes me sleepier.
Bubbles, give me your biggest splash. Whoa!
Ha 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 ha. Whoops. Sorry, Mr. Fox.
Don't worry about it. I feel fresh.
Mr. Fox's work was done. First there was trouble, now there was none. For there was indeed no better deed than rushing to help a friend in need. It was a bright early spring morning. Still feeling a little sleepy, Mr. Fox opened his eyes and got out of bed. Since the weather was beautiful outside and awfully tempting, Mr. Fox decided to go for a walk in the jungle. The sun was shining, the birds were twittering. It was a very peaceful morning. Well, sort of. Worried that something terrible could have happened to one of the animals in the jungle, Mr. Fox sprinted towards the sound.
Are you kidding me? You're the size of an air balloon!
Are you making fun of my size, you piece of you?
What? Take that back now, you...
No! I'll never take it back! This was all your fault!
No, it wasn't! It was yours!
No! It's always your fault!
Now, calm down.
Oh, Mr. Fox, I'm so glad you passed by. You're the only one that could solve my problem.
Solve your problem? No, Mr. Fox will solve our problem.
No way! What you did was a total crime.
So not true. You're the one who started it all and injured me, you big
There, calm down. And just tell me what happened.
He woke
squeezed
me
me.
up.
Slow down, one at a time. Mr. Panda, you go first.
Thank you. Now, I was walking heading to my house when I realized that for me to get there, it will take me 12 minutes. And I was so tired and sleepy. So I thought about it, and I realized I should just lay here for a while and take a short nap. And just as I was starting to get comfortable, I found little chicklets screaming with the highest pitch into my ears, Mr. Fox. My ears! Can you believe that?
Well, that's not a very nice thing to do, little chicklets. Why did you do that?
But I didn't, Mr. Fox.
And how is that?
I was heading to my favorite lake, and I was walking just right behind Mr. Wicks, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he decided to lay down and fell to the ground and squeezed my beautiful wing. And if it wasn't for my high-pitched voice, I would have been dead by now.
Well, that was pretty dangerous, Mr. Wicks.
What should I do, Mr. Fox? I was really tired and I needed my nap. So I took it. What should a panda do to take his nap?
Can't you just wait till you reach your own house? Or at least look behind you before you decide to fall down?
My house is 12 minutes away, and all the walking had already stolen away all my energy. I had to take a nap to recharge. I can't keep on walking forever.
Then look behind you or sleep next to a tree or something.
Why don't you watch where you're stepping?
It was a very troubling matter indeed. The little chick almost got crushed. But Mr. Wicks didn't mean it. He was just so tired that he fell asleep. Right?
Mr. Wicks, answer me. Did you intend to squeeze little chicklet's wings?
Of course I didn't.
Were you aware that you were going to take a nap in the middle of the road?
Actually, I vividly remember. I walked to the tree side first, but when I woke up, I found myself in the middle of the road.
How many naps do you need per day?
From 5 to 7, I would say.
Did you take a nap before you decided to head home?
Of course.
Do you usually nap in between?
Not always, but today I went so far from my house. I tried to hurry to nap at home, but you know, I'm too slow.
Say no more. I now know the answer.
Really?
Yes. Worry no more, little chicklets. From now on, Mr. Wicks will always nap at his own house. Just a second. Aha! There it is!
Is that what they call caffeine? My, I didn't think it was that huge.
No. It's something even better.
Better than caffeine?
And chocolates too.
Wow! Rollerblades!
so you'll be able to move fast and reach your house as fast as you can.
Oh, can I try it now?
Sure you can.
Wow! Whee! Yahoo! Thank you, Mr. Fox.
Anytime you need me, I'll be there.
Mr. Fox was known for his kindness in helping others. Everyone went to him for advice, even Woody, the jungle carpenter. After being assigned the task of building a really big ship, he went to Mr. Fox, seeking his wisdom. Mr. Fox listened carefully to what Woody had to say, and in turn, promised to help him. He started a research on shipbuilding, and after hours and hours of hard work, he finally got it.
Yes! I've got it! But there is something I need to check first.
Mr. Fox went for a walk in the jungle, looking carefully at every tree on his path. Then he stopped in front of one and said,
Yes! That's the one!
Immediately, Mr. Fox took a paint bucket. He wanted to mark the tree, so he wouldn't forget which one it was. After that, he got into his car and drove off. When he got home, he called Woody to tell him that he had found the perfect solution to his problem. It only took a few minutes before...
Oh, Woody, right on time.
Come on, Mr. Fox, tell me.
Okie dokie, come in. I finally figured it out.
I never doubted you, Mr. Fox. I was sure you'd be the one to help me find an answer to my problem.
Oh, don't mention it. Here you go. These are blueprints. They're guidelines that will help you learn how to build a ship easily.
Woody started reading the blueprints thoroughly. He knew most of what was written in it, so he looked up and said,
It's a lot easier than I thought. Thank you so much, Mr. Fox. Oh, but Mr. Fox, what about the materials that I'll need to build it?
Here's a list of all the materials you'll need.
And what about the kind of wood I should use, Mr. Fox?
I did extensive reading, and I found out that our ancestors were famous for using teak in the process of building ships, as it's really stiff, strong, and it can also be shaped to have wide planks, which would help the ship to withstand the waves of the sea.
But
I know you don't know what teak is. Not everyone does. But come along. I think it would be better to show you the tree I found earlier in the jungle.
Our jungle?
Of course! Everything you dream of can be found in our beautiful jungle.
Mr. Fox got into his car with Woody by his side and drove off. They headed towards the tree that Mr. Fox had marked earlier.
Here's the tree.
Huh? I have loads of that wood in my store, but I never knew that I could use it to build ships.
I didn't know about teak either. But with a little bit of research, everything is open to you, my friend.
Mr. Fox, I can't thank you enough. I'm really happy right now. I'll never forget what you've done for me.
It's my pleasure, Woody.
Now that I know what I should do, I'll go back and start building that ship for Nate as fast as I could. Thank you again, Mr. Fox.
So, after helping his friend, Mr. Fox got into his car and drove away happily. You know, it's true what they say. A friend in need is a friend indeed. It was a nice warm autumn day. Mr. Fox was doing his morning exercises, sit-ups, push-ups, and running on the jungle track. A very refreshing start to the day. But then, unexpectedly, fog started to form, stopping any plans to enjoy the beautiful weather.
Why is there fog covering the whole jungle? This is really strange. It's been happening a lot lately. I really hope everyone's all right. I should head home now. Oh, I think I should probably stay home today. I don't have my morning newspaper yet. And how would I? It's impossible to see. Aha! Wait a minute. I'll try calling Mr. Falcon. He'll definitely tell me what's going on.
Mr. Fox held the phone and dialed Mr. Falcon's number. Oddly enough, there was no answer.
I guess he's not home. Maybe I can reach him on his walkie-talkie.
As Mr. Fox went to look for his walkie-talkie, he heard a loud knock on the door.
Huh? I thought everyone stayed home in this weather. Who could it be?
Puzzled, Mr. Fox went to open the door. He was taken by surprise. It was Jack the horse. He stood there holding a briefcase and looking smart. Jack was a very busy business horse. He was always rushing to keep a tight schedule. But today, something seemed off. He looked like something was bothering him.
Oh, Jack, what a nice surprise! It's been a long time since we met. How have you been? Come in.
Thank you, Mr. Fox. But I don't want to waste any more time. I'm on a very tight schedule.
Of course. Can I bring you...
I don't have time. I just needed to talk to you urgently, Mr. Fox. Have a seat, please. And as you know, time is money.
Wait. Hold on. First, tell me how you managed to get here in this bad weather.
There's no time. I'm so busy, and I need your help with something important.
All right, tell me what's the matter.
Well, it all started last week. After long and weary negotiations, I won a bid for a gold mine located in the eastern part. Long story short, a gold mine obviously contains gold. But no matter how hard I looked, I found nothing but dirt. I was really frustrated. I was disappointed. And I knew that buying the mine was a mistake. What do you think, Mr. Fox?
That's really strange. That mine is widely famous for its gold. I have an idea. We go there now and see what we can do. But wait here for a second. I need to bring something that will help us. Are you sure you don't want to drink anything?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Fox. But please, hurry up. You know that time is money, and I can't waste any
more time. I get it. Just give me 2 minutes.
Too much, Mr. Fox.
So, Mr. Fox went to his room to change his clothes, trying to be quick. Then, he went to his workshop. He looked everywhere for his metal detector. When he found it, he took it and went back to his house, where Jack was standing there looking at his watch, with that usual impatient look on his face.
Mr. Fox, why are you late? I have a really important meeting tonight at 8, you know. We're making a deal, and I don't want to waste any more time. You know that time is money.
Time is money. I know that, Jack. But now we're wasting more time, aren't we?
Right. Let's take my car, Mr. Fox.
Okay.
The fog had gradually started to clear away, and the vision became clearer and clearer. But as Mr. Fox was about to get in the car, something happened.
What's that? What's going on?
What happened? That's what we'll find out in the next episode. One day, the whole jungle decided to celebrate their new king, Rorik the lion. He was young, active, and picky, and known for his loving spirit. After his coronation, King Rorik moved to his new mansion and started to check it out.
Great. And that's my throne, right?
Exactly, Your Honor.
Well, I'd better check it out.
Yes, please do.
Ah, timber! That's too uncomfortable.
But Your Honor, it was made especially for you.
Not good enough.
With a sad look on his face, Timber went to call Mr. Fox and ask him for help. Meanwhile, Mr. Fox had just finished his morning exercises and was heading back home. After a cold shower, he changed his clothes and had some tea. Then, he quickly read about the king's coronation in the newspaper.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Fox. Can you please,
Hello, Mr. Fox. This is Rorik.
Oh, hello, Your Highness. How may I help you?
I need you to come immediately. There is a huge problem, and I'm pretty sure that you're the only one who can help.
I'll be right there.
So, Mr. Fox quickly took his keys, hopped into his car, and drove towards the king's manor.
hello, Mr. Fox? One moment, please. Your Majesty, Mr. Fox has just arrived outside requesting an audience.
Of course. Let him in.
Come in, Mr. Fox. His Majesty is waiting for you.
Good morning, Your Highness. What seems to be the problem?
Oh, Mr. Fox. Good, you came quickly.
Always at your service.
Well, I was at my coronation, and I thought I would check out my throne. But unfortunately, I felt too uncomfortable. Can you believe that I'm gonna rule the jungle on an uncomfortable throne?
But I hear it was carved out of the best kind of stone.
But it still hurts my back.
Oh my!
Anyway, I've decided to design my own throne.
What a great idea!
But I need your help to make it as soon as possible.
It will be my pleasure, Your Highness.
Mr. Fox designed a new throne for the king, but the king didn't seem to like it.
I know just the thing for you.
Mr. Fox took his tape measure and got to work. He took measurements and made estimations. This wasn't going to be easy, but Mr. Fox was gonna give it a try anyway. He hopped into his car and took off for the jungle store.
All done. Can you please try it now?
Wow! That's exactly what I wanted.
Glad you liked it, Your Highness.
And there you have it, the new king of the jungle. Rue is sad and looks really down. On his face, there was a frown. He had a cake, but he didn't care. And although it was his birthday, he said,
Life's not fair. Thank you, Mom.
"You're welcome, sweetie. Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, look who's here. It was Rue's best friends, Poppy and Fluffs.
Hey there! Happy birthday! Wow, neat birthday cake.
Yeah, just a normal birthday cake, traditional birthday hat, and the same old wishes over and over again. Rue, are you okay?
Bad timing, huh? He looks sad. I know, but the cake is still here. Oh, stop it. We have to help him feel better. It's his special day. A little bite won't hurt. Oh, sure, the cake won't hurt. But what about my fist? Fine, fine. What do you have in mind? Let's go. Where to? I know someone who can help. Mr. Fox? Duh.
In an attempt to help their friend, Poppy and Fluffs went to Mr. Fox. Only he would know what to do.
Hey, Carrots.
Do you have any lemonade, Mr. Fox? I stopped apologizing for his behavior long ago. You know, Fluffs, he's just Fluffs.
It's okay. Come in.
Are you sure it's all right?
Positive. It's always the right time.
It's Rue's birthday, and he's pouting. He's bored with the same birthday routine every year. So we want to make him something different this year. Can you help us? Yeah. Unbelievable. You'd think I'm quite believable if you tasted this lemonade. It's awesome. Any ideas, Mr. Fox?
What do you guys say? I help you throw him an extraordinary party with a magic show.
A magic show? But who's gonna perform the magic tricks?
You guys will. I'll teach you.
This is the best idea ever. I agree.
We'll also bake him a cake.
But he says cakes are boring.
I can assure you, this one he will like.
Sounds like the perfect plan.
All right, first, let's bake the cake.
It wasn't a very easy task, but all three of them worked hard to make this the best day ever.
This is the coolest birthday cake ever!
Now for the magic tricks. We need a bottle of water left in the freezer for around 2 hours and a plate full of ice. We'll also need some food coloring and soda.
I'll get the color blue. I'll get the green and the yellow.
And I think I'll get the red.
We are all set now, I think.
Not yet.
What else do we need?
Invisible ink.
Huh?
Fluffs and I will pour it over everything, including ourselves. And you, Pops, will give Rue this magic glitter. When he sprinkles it, everything will become visible.
Cool. Let's go. Let us pour the invisible ink now. Hey, Rue!
Hey,
What are you doing?
just sitting here, bored.
Well, not for long.
Yeah, right.
Well, think again. Happy birthday.
What's this?
You have to sprinkle it around to find out.
Where?
First, on the table.
Wow! How did you do that? It's a donut cake!
Now try sprinkling all around.
This is impossible! It's the coolest thing ever!
It's not over yet.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me!
All thanks to Mr. Fox. He was a great help.
I can't believe you guys! Thanks!
That's what friends are for.
Mom, come and see! What wonderful friends you have, Rue! Yeah, I think so too. Because of his friends, Rue's birthday was extra nice. One celebration was not enough, so they celebrated twice.